What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in.
It looks like the Lakers are desperate to make this move. This move for Donovan Mitchell can be a very good one. It can also be a bad move as well, because we don't know whether Donovan Mitchell can really be that guy. I look at Donovan Mitchell on the Utah Jazz, and for the last few seasons, Utah has played very well for the most part throughout the season. The regular season with the playoffs just hasn't mimicked the same efforts. And Donovan Mitchell, to me, I'm not saying he can't be the guy for a team, but if you're going to put him on a team like the Lakers, if they trade for him, which it seems like the Lakers are desperate to trade for this guy. I mean, looking at the reports and everything, if they're desperate to trade for him or desperate for this type of trade just to get rid of Russell Westbrook, then so be it. But are you going to be that much better as a team? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing I can say Donovan Mitchell will give them, he can stretch the floor better. He's a better shooter than Russell Westbrook. So when LeBron drives to the paint, he will have somebody to kick out to that is a way better shooter than Russell Westbrook is. Because it's a lot better counting on Russell or counting on Donovan Mitchell to knock down that shot than Russell Westbrook. So, of course, you got to look at it from that perspective, and you got to look at it from the perspective that Donovan Mitchell would be a better fit for the Lakers than Russell Westbrook is, just because Russell Westbrook can't shoot, and that's a big Achilles heel when you're on a team with LeBron James, because LeBron James expects to have shooters around him so he can get more one-on-one opportunities, and he can dominate the game in his way of getting to the paint, scoring, and dishing out great assists as well. So, I mean, it's a lot that goes with that. It's a lot that, goes with being on the same team as LeBron James. The expectation goes up higher. The championship level IQ has to go up higher. A lot has to go up. And like I said, this would be more of a desperate move if they went out and got Donovan Mitchell from the Utah Jazz, because they're trying to get rid of Russell Westbrook so bad, because him and Patrick Beverley is more likely not going to get along as teammates. And I don't think there's a need or a want for either one of them to get along as teammates. So, I mean, because you're hearing reports about Russ possibly walking out on the team or them letting him go. I mean, it's just so many things that you're hearing about this team. It's just really hard to get a grasp or understanding of what their direction is. I mean, you got a rookie head coach in Darvin Ham who you don't know what you're getting out of him. You hope that LeBron James comes back, play the same level that he played last year, even though he's a year older or about to be a year older. And on top of that, Anthony Davis never stays healthy, and Russell Westbrook is just really not a fit and doesn't want to be there. So, I mean, with all the confusion that you already have, along with adding Patrick Beverley to your team, who's definitely a firecracker type guy, real energetic, loudmouth, very irritant type guy. But, when he's on your team, you love him. When he's on the opposing team, you hate him. It's just one of those situations where you have to really figure out what's best for the team and how can this team flourish going forward. I don't personally think they can do much better with Donovan Mitchell, but I mean, at this point, it's just more of a desperate move than anything, like I said, because they're trying to get rid of Russell Westbrook because they can see the problems that's going to come soon with Russell Westbrook, because, as I said, he can't be happy with them getting Patrick Beverley. I wouldn't be happy, because if I was Russell Westbrook, me and Patrick Beverley had too much history, and one of the histories was him running into my knee and me having knee surgery for it. That's one of those things that some players don't forgive, or that maybe they forgive, they just don't forget, and I think that's the case with Russell Westbrook. And I just think that him and Patrick Beverley can't vibe on the same team, because too many variables, too many things can go wrong with that. As soon as they go through a losing streak, a 2 or 3 games, 4-game losing streak or something like that, then it could be a rift in the locker room and a lot of dissension, a lot of disorder, and a lot of egos. You see what I'm saying? And when you have it like that, you got to be wary of your situation when there's a lot of egos involved. And those are two male alpha type guys that just despise each other on all levels. So I mean, trying to get them to be teammates. It's possible, but it's also highly unlikely. So I can understand the Lakers, being interested in Donovan Mitchell all of a sudden now, more so just out of being desperate, simply because they feel like they probably can't keep Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverley in the same locker room at the same time for a long period of time without anything going wrong. So I definitely understand the situation. I definitely, get it. But at the same time, when you make desperate decisions like that, they really turn out for the worst sometimes. And this could be a situation where it could turn out for the worst rather than the better. So I think the Lakers really need to look into it a little bit more. They need to understand what they're doing. They need to understand the process and try to, maybe go another route. Even though Russ may not be happy, but he might have to just deal with what he has in the Lakers until he's able to really actually go elsewhere. Or unless they just find a place for him to go. If this Utah thing can go through, then good for it, but if it doesn't, they just have to stick with Russell Westbrook and have to make the best out of what they have. I know they don't want to do that, but at the same time, it's not about what you want to do, it's sometimes about what you have to do. And maybe that's what they're going to have to do, because like I said, it's no guarantee that the Utah is going to give up Donovan Mitchell for a Russell Westbrook or somebody like that. They might want something a little bit better, or might want a better offer on the table. So we'll see what happens and see how it goes. But until then, this is a story that is going to reveal itself even more, and I can't wait to talk about it as we go further. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check them other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.